I'm thinking about the way that I handle my sexuality and relationships, and how there's like, it's definitely not a linear process. It involves a lot of cycles that seem like self-sabotage. Like, I will open myself up and actually really be entertaining the idea of being with a man again. I'll speak to men. And I'll really be open to it. Like, I'll really be thinking I'm manifesting it. And then I'll sabotage it and I'll withdraw back into myself, and I'll live in that solitary, cold-blooded, untrusting survival mode again, where I want to die alone. I don't ever want to have kids. I don't want to let a man fucking touch me. I don't want to interact with a man like that. I don't want to merge energy fields with him, or even a woman. Like, I feel disgusted by it all. And it's this cold, intense disgust that I cannot avoid. And I will withdraw inwards and change my entire outlook on everything, and want to live the rest of my life alone. But I think the reason that I do that, and I know people like me too, so I know I'm not the only one doing it. I think there's a bigger reason behind it. It's not self-sabotage. I can only realistically be with someone or have a sexual partner, anything that involves me being involved with a partner and not just being alone with myself. I cannot realistically do things in a way that's aligned with my true self and then having like an authentic relationship with someone else like I want to, unless I can also survive alone, unless I can also go down a path in life where I could be okay by myself, where I can live in that cold-blooded, solitary, untrusting state and know that I'm still going to survive. Because if I try to get with someone due to trying to escape myself and escaping that side of myself, because I get that way, I get that way because of my upbringing. Because I've seen and experienced some really dark shit. I've seen and experienced probably not the worst side of men or not the worst side of relationships, but from my perspective, I've seen the worst. Like, so I get very self-protective. I get very self-protective and very defensive, and I want to be alone because I've seen my mother's marriage. I've been molested. I've been religiously tortured. I've been groomed. I've been wished death on. I experienced the man that I did in college. I've been with an alcoholic. I've been cheated on. I've been lied to. I've been fucked around. So it seems like if I try to date someone to escape all of that, and to escape the kind of very solitary side of myself that I've developed, I'm going to be with a partner with the underlying motive of escapism. I'm going to be trying to disintegrate my self instead of being with someone to further integrate myself, like know myself and be authentic, which is ultimately, I think, one of the biggest parts of my life. If I try to be with a man to escape the side of myself that is reclusive and the way that I am right now, we are going to structure our entire relationship on the motive of self-escapism and of denial. And then what that's going to look like is a relationship full of fake happiness and drug use and alcoholism and cheating and all things that are for the purpose of self-denial and instant gratification and avoiding ourselves. We'll never get to know the other person. I'll never get to know anyone that I'm with if I'm only with them so I can escape myself. And I am very intelligent and I can be very strategic in how secretive I become with people. You'll think you've known me for 3, who fucking knows how long, years, and you don't know shit. I've been masking the entire time. I'm technically autistic. I know how to mask. So I think this is kind of like, I don't even know why I do this sometimes. Like this winter, I thought that I was last summer, I thought that I was manifesting being with a man. I thought I was manifesting actually connecting with a man. I went on my trip and I thought that I was going to come home and do it. And then gradually throughout this winter, I've sabotaged all of it. I've shut it all down. I don't fucking want it. I don't trust them. I know what they want, blah, blah, blah. I've gotten back into that mood and that mode of thinking. But I think it's because deep down I know that anytime that I try to prepare myself or open myself up to be with a man or even be with friends, like female friends, because I'm trying to escape my own underlying self. I'm trying to escape my own history. I'm trying to escape my childhood. I'm very connected to my child self. And there's a lot of pain in that. Like, I'm trying to escape my own solitude. I'm going to be so fucking fake. Like, if it's a friendship and I'm trying to be friends with someone so I can escape myself, I'm going to be so fucking fake. You're not even going to know me. I'm just going to make everything into a joke. I'm probably going to entertain you. I'm probably going to go out of my way to be overly helpful and supportive of you. I'm going to be playing a character, but you're never actually going to know me. And then I'm going to feel used and I'm going to get resentful. Like, this happens in all of my friendships. I'm going to feel like you just use me for all of the help I give and how good of a friend I am, because I'm playing a role, because I wanted to have friends so that I could escape myself, so that I can escape who I am when I'm in solitude, when I have accepted that I am going to live my entire life alone. I think this is why this happens to me like clockwork. I know it happens to other people too. It's only when I have started fully embracing and living in a way where I am going to live the rest of my fucking life alone. I am back in my goth phase. I don't smile. I don't want to fucking deal with anyone except as a transactional, just give me what I want and then fuck off. Let's just fuck off. I don't want to fucking deal with anyone. I want to be alone. I want to go for my long walks alone. I'm not diluting myself, because people tell me I come across as very intimidating and unfriendly. And they always think that I don't like them and I'm mean. It's only when I am like, the way that I drive, you stupid bitch, stupid fucking bitch, dumbass bitch just stopped in the middle of the road. Anyway, I'm not hiding how intelligent I am anymore. I'm not even smiling when I'm talking to people, and I know I make them feel really uncomfortable, and all small talk kind of ceases. When I'm done masking, that seems like it's the only time where I draw in people when I don't even fucking want to, and I draw in people who feel really attracted to me. And the relationships always take on this strange life because we're both having to tap into that. Like someone being in the same kind of frequency as you, in this case, people who are like me, who have a very well-developed solitary self, and we aren't trying to be social, but there's still an attraction, so we end up interacting. Those are the only times I feel really seen, and that's the kind of relationships that I want. So it occurs to me that when I'm actively trying to refine myself and make myself more palatable for a partner, and like, I want the ideal relationship, usually it's because someone has really shamed the fuck out of me for how I am when they have caught a glimpse of me the way I am when I'm alone and I'm not trying to be with anyone. Like people always tell me I'm too intimidating, and they shame me for it. Or I think too much. I think someone told me that it's unnerving how much I think into things. So the feeling I get, like, I feel shamed. Now I need to put myself out there and dilute myself and put on a mask and try to prove that I don't know, like actively try to be with other people and actively try to make friends. I'm doing it to escape myself, so therefore every fucking person that I actually connect with, the whole relationship is going to be built on masking. It's going to be built on fakeness, and that inevitably leads to betrayal, and secret hatred and resentment. And then the whole fucking relationship will fall apart, and I'll go back into that dark and solitary phase again. But I don't even think it's because in the long run I'm sabotaging myself. It's because I'm trying to... It's part of the manifestation process. And even when I think about the metaphysics of energy, anything that's like considered evolving goes through constant alternating phases of expansion and contraction constantly. That's how anything grows when it comes just down to energy. It's part of the evolution process. So if I actually ever want to be with someone, I think I have to honor those phases where the deeper side of me comes up and takes over, and I accept that I can live the rest of my fucking life alone. I can die alone, and I really want to. And then if I ever try to go against myself, it's like myself will bring up all the receipts and all the memories and everything that I know about why it's unsafe to ever be with someone, all the risks involved, especially if you ever have children with them. And then until I make myself shut the fuck up and listen and basically live like an old crone and accept that I can live the rest of my life alone and I'm better off that way, and then actually start to enjoy it, that's the only time I can actually manifest someone or even the same people from the past, but in a new way where it's an authentic relationship like I want. Because if I am with you when I can and prefer to live alone, that's when the most honest version of me is going to come out. But if I'm only with you so that I can escape myself, and I'm not getting a new car. My car does this whenever it's cold outside. They all say I need to get a new car, but I know exactly how to work my car and I know why it does this. And I'm not paying $300 fucking dollars for some minor repair that costs about $50 to do. I'd rather just use this car until I save up to get another one. I don't even fucking care. It's really just a means to an end. But anyway, if I am with you to escape and to deny myself, and because I'm ashamed of myself, a lot of people do this. It's gonna fall apart anyway. Not saying I won't ever do this again, because I probably will. It's part of the process. But I think that's kind of the phenomena as to why we only seem to attract people where there's like real chemistry, or it feels like truly magical and like one of a kind, like when we've accepted that we don't even need them, because then I think we're automatically on a higher vibration anyway, because we're being authentic. Let me over, bitch. For some reason also, more than ever, I've been feeling this justification as to why I want to be alone and why I don't want to date, even though I do. Why I don't want to fucking deal with anyone, because I don't want to deal with a man's ex. I don't like the idea of being with a man who has fucked someone else before. And I feel this way. If your ex got hit by a fucking bus and died, I wouldn't give a flying fuck. If your bitch that you have now got hit by a fucking bus and died, I would be happy. And that's really how I feel. I think I kind of wonder. It feels kind of unbearable to sit with this truth about myself that I really am demanding, and I really do want to be the center of attention. For some reason, it's so difficult to sit with that part of myself while still being alone and using that for justification for being alone, because I've been shamed for that before. I've been shamed for the fact that I don't get along with a lot of other girls. I never have. I never have. So I think when I really get into that and I feel ashamed of that, that's when I most desperately want to dilute that side of myself and act like I'm okay with other bitches being in the picture and that I am not very cold about other women getting in my fucking way. I think that's one of the hardest things to accept about myself and still live with myself without trying to immediately escape it and be with someone, so that I can deny that side of myself. I've threatened to kill men before because they've brought up another bitch. But I think it's something primal. I think it's something on a primal level, like it's unsafe. When we look at things from a primitive perspective, it's unsafe if I am interacting with a man who is still attached to another woman. That means I'm going to get abandoned. That means I'm going to get used. And then men get scared when I say, I'll fucking kill you for it. Or I start acting really crazy. And I scare them away. I think it's just something on a primal level. I think men are more wired to compete because men have less to lose if it comes to you're interacting with the opposite sex and a child comes from it. Women have much more to lose. Men can nut in 100 people every day and get them all pregnant, and still he doesn't carry the fucking kid. A woman gets pregnant with one man's child for 9 months and then she has to raise it. And then men become the biggest predator to that child, so she has to protect that child from the man himself. So I think that's why men would be more likely to compete with other men, because men are more competitive with other men than women are. Men are more wired to compete. But I think for me, I just get cold-blooded about it and I want to kill everyone because it's like it's a bad deal. But when I've been shamed for that side of myself, it's almost like instead of taking my own side, even though it makes perfect sense on a deep level, instead of feeling like that side of myself, I almost want to be ashamed of it and then erase it and then escape that side of myself by going and trying to be with men again. Especially men who already have a partner, because I'm trying to actively avoid that. I get very cold-blooded about that shit. I want to erase your memory. I don't want another fucking bitch in the picture at all. And I really mean it. I really do. I mean it. Like, I can only get along with women, and whether I try to repress this or not, it always comes out. I cut off every single fucking friend I had in college. One, because I don't know who ratted me out to the cops. And two, because they were flirting with the man that I lost my virginity to. Like, what the fuck did you think this is? But I'm not going to prison. I will not. What was I saying? This side of me comes out either way, whether I'm trying to escape from it or not. And then it's like, I will choose a man who is going to do that to me, who is still attached to his ex, or who has a secret bitch that he thinks no one knows about. Or like, I will be with a man, I will seek those men out who have several different women at once and who are trying to make me feel inferior and like I have no needs while still trying to extract as much as they can from me. I will manifest those kind of situations in my life if I'm trying to repress the side of myself that is very like the way I really am. And I'll do that so that I can then get back in tune with that side of myself that I've repressed. So it seems like when I get into these fucked up, triangulating, community dick relationships and even fixations that I develop on certain men, it seems like the side of myself that is very selfish and very one-on-one only. And I have Aries in my 7th house. This is how I handle relationships. This is how I get in relationships. I become like that. It seems like when I get into these relationships trying to refine that side of myself or deny it, it seems like that side of myself is ruining the relationship when it rears its head. But in actuality, that's the entire point. That's the entire reason why I sought out that relationship. Because it was going to bring out that side of me that I repressed. I think this is the appeal with all toxic relationships. I've always been shamed by other girls because I am bigger and stronger. I've always been bigger and stronger, and more scary and intimidating than other girls and other bitches. It was always so fucking hard for me to get along with other girls. I used to get into fist fights. I used to get into these never-ending bullying dynamics with girls. I don't get along with a lot of other women. I never have. And I can be very cold-blooded and aggressive when it comes to drama with other girls. So and they shame the fuck out of me for it, because me being the bigger one, I'm the one that everything gets pinned on, and they're seeing it's innocent when they're not. So I've been shamed a lot. So whenever I try to repress that side of myself, it's like then I'll seek out friendships with backstabbers, or I'll seek out relationships where a man already has a bitch, or I'll seek out, even without knowing it, because I'm trying to reintegrate that side of myself that's been shamed. And it's only then. It is only in those phases of life where I feel like it's me against everyone else, and I will shamelessly fuck someone up if they fuck with me. And I openly have drama with other women, and it's like cold-blooded drama. I don't even enjoy it. Like, I feel like hateful deep down, and I embrace that, and I live that way. That's the only time I ever meet another woman who actually becomes like a real friend to me. But anyway, I think the whole point of how I'm going to go out on a limb here and say everyone, not just me. I think the whole reason why we handle... I'm not getting behind you. This man has a bunch of logs and shit in his fucking truck. That's not going through my windshield. I think the reason why we handle any relationship or friendship the way that we do, and without even knowing it, we seek out people who are quote unquote the wrong people for us, because we're actually trying to get triggered or have some fucked up situation manifest where we can reintegrate the side of ourselves that we've been shamed out of, which is why we're even seeking other people to bring that side out of us in general, because we've been shamed out of it. And we want to feel our own integrated individual self within the context of our relationships, but we don't know how to do that, or at times we can even forget how to be alone with ourselves. So it's like we'll be drawn to people who are guaranteed to bring that out of us, even if on the surface it seems like that whole connection and that friendship is wrong, or it's bad or whatever. Especially if you get into like self-help and becoming a better person, blah, blah, blah. You have to repress yourself so fucking much to be a textbook definition of healthy and mature and grown up adult, blah, blah, blah. But we'll habitually stay in, or we'll habitually seek out whoever is going to bring that side of ourselves back into integration so we can feel whole again. I don't know who is triggering that in me right now, but I don't know. But I feel this way on a regular basis these days. I feel integrated with my shadow a lot more. I feel selfish. I feel self-involved. I feel aggressive towards anyone getting in my fucking way. I have those desires again to just have one swing at someone getting in my goddamn way and just take them out. I feel it's not always anger, but I just feel passionate. I feel like the side of myself that's usually shamed out of me, especially in group contexts, I feel more aligned with it. That's literally my shadow self. When I study my birth chart, this is why I attract the partners that I do. I have Aries in my 7th house. If I'm not embracing the side of myself that is at war with existence, who's like that, then I'll attract someone who's like that. I've attracted men from the military before. I attract very aggressive, impulsive, violent, trigger happy people. Or I'll start to bring that out of other people because I need to reintegrate that side of myself so bad. People who are either number one or they'll fucking kill everyone. And it's like the more I try to deny that side of myself, the more the other person will become like that, because it's kind of like a balancing effect. But yeah, I think the reason why I can go on my trip alone this time, I don't even want to fucking talk to him. I'm not calling anyone. I'm not doing shit. I don't want to see another fucking soul at the beach when I'm doing my photo shoot. I don't want anyone to fucking talk to me. I don't even want to go to a restaurant. Like when I travel, I hate going to restaurants. I hate when someone talks to me and it feels scripted. I hate when someone smiles at me. I want to be alone. I feel so passionate. I feel like fuck everyone. I want the song cover of my album to be my middle finger fully erect, spinning in a circle for like 2 to 3 hours, however long this album is. That's really how I feel. So I feel this way on my own. That must be why I'm not attracting any partners right now. Because I'm embodying that side of myself. And so you can see why I've been shamed the fuck out of that. People have shamed the fuck out of me. Yeah.